Hey, my name is Neal. Welcome to the Experience Podcast. Neal's my name. Neal's not who I am. Who I am is a multidimensional, infinite spiritual being that's expressing through a human body. I'm a child of God the Father, and I'm a coach, and I assist conscious people in their 20s and 30s exit the matrix and be with their soul family. So, are you someone that's like in the mind matrix of perception, of expectation, of opinions, of needing life to be a certain way? Well, I'm someone that can assist going from that matrix of all these perceptions to actually being whole and complete, to actually being sovereign, where you're making your own decisions and not having some government body make decisions for you. And I can assist you in transitioning from that matrix into full on sovereignty, freedom, and a life of abundance, a life of connection, a life of love, a life of growing your own food, a life of clean water. And so my information's in the description. And if you want to reach out to me and Neal directly, we'll connect by email and uh, probably link on a phone call after that. So my information's in the description. Reach out, send me a message, and in addition, I invite you to join these live streams every Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. They're reoccurring, so you can show up and be here with Dennis and I live, like literally in the moment, in the exact time that we're sharing and connect real time. So you're invited to that. And one additional invitation I'm going to extend is to join Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass. And Natural Balance Virtual Masterclass is a masterclass where you show up to practice like three components. Well, what are these three components? The first component, number one, is connection. So you can show up and connect with other people. Number two is networking. So having these connections be inside of the masterclass, but also having them extend outside of the masterclass and continuing these conversations and creating networks of connection. And then the third component of Natural Balance Masterclass is the giving and the receiving of offers, which is your God given gift that can come through us and does come through us to the degree that we surrender and allow it to come out. And so it's an opportunity to practice giving offers, to practice giving your gifts, to practice sharing that with other people. And then it's also an opportunity to practice receiving somebody else's gift. And so you're invited. The links in the chat. I'm here with Dennis. I'm grateful to be here. I'm humbled to be here. And please introduce yourself, Dennis, and we'll start there.
Yeah, my name is Dennis, and yeah, make sure, like Neal was saying, that you check out all the events happening in the description. We have this opportunity that Neal is speaking of coming from the Matrix to the New Earth. There is an event this Saturday, August 3rd, called Off Grid Dream Life. Make sure you check that out. You'll actually have an opportunity to purchase land on a 50-acre property. Beautiful, beautiful property, and we just planted over 1,000 fruit trees and more going in the ground. And so make sure you attend that. Also, I host a masterclass on Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and that will also be in the description. If you are looking to create and manifest miracles in your life, you want to show up to this class, because that's the one thing that I can promise you is miracles. And with that, I am complete on my introduction. The conversation today, I'm going to let you speak about it from here, where the direction you want to go, Neal.
So I don't have a direction with this conversation. You're leading this conversation.
Okay, so the conversation that we're initiating in this moment is why Jesus Christ? And you may be asking, well, you may be arguing in your mind, well, why not like no to Jesus Christ? And so we're going to explore both of those. Um, as for me, like I've been on this journey of when I was younger, I grew up in a very religious background, specifically Amish background. And I felt like the Bible was shoved down my throat, and I saw people saying they were one thing and their feet would do the other. And I was bullied by these same people that supposedly were people that were following Jesus Christ, and it actually repelled me against those people. And I was baptized at the age of, I think I was 21 at the time, and but then I got very much into the New Age, occult, esoteric knowledge, and I put the Bible away for over a decade. And I literally got lost in the information of that's not of this book right here. The book, the words, and the things that are out there are of the mind. They are they're derived from this. Everything that's all the information that's uh, in existence comes from God's word. So I just want to open it up with that and see if that brings up anything for you, Neal.
How do you know that?
How do I know that?
How do you know that all the information that's out there is derived from God's word?
Because God said that He is the Word.
And did you hear God say this?
It says that in this book.
Mm-hmm. And so that book is true because what?
Great question. I can only speak from personal experience of my relationship that I have with Jesus, and I know that He's real because of things that I pray for showing up in ways that I didn't expect, but they show up anyways, and of experiencing a greater love and fruits of the Spirit than I've ever experienced.
And what are these fruits of the Spirit?
Peace, love, joy. I'm actually, there's a Bible verse on that. I'm actually just going to pull it up. Peace, love, joy, gratitude, like humility, surrender.
So then how does that relate to the Holy Bible being true, being the truth?
So the answer that I would give you is to actually get into the Word. That's an invitation. I can only speak from personal experience. And Jesus says that the only way to get to God and to get into heaven is through Him. So,
and did you hear Jesus say this?
it's no, but it is. Those were His exact words.
And you know this because you saw Him write them?
No.
So how were they? So did you hear him say them?
No,
So then they're his exact words based on what context?
because they're in the Bible, and because these books were written by people that were in his immediate circle, that were his disciples. And it requires faith. Like it doesn't, there's not, yeah, like to believe that it requires faith.
Mm-hmm. There is historical, I think, discernment and truth. And first of all, Jesus physically walking here on earth. That's like a fact. Like that.
How do you know?
Based on information received from historical knowledge coming from like archaeologists and from people who've actually researched this.
And were you there when they researched the thing?
No, it's based on purely information received.
And how do you know that information is accurate?
I don't.
Okay.
I literally don't.
Like I do have a question for, and this is where faith comes in. And eternity is a long time. So, I mean, we're literally living in the illusion of time right now. And this is a question for the people that are watching this, and it's a question for you, Neal. Is if you were to die today, would you be going to heaven or would you be going to hell?
Heaven.
And how do you know?
Because because I've submitted my life to God, and I've had a full on experience of God, and the experience was like an experience of complete oneness for all of eternity, beyond time, being like literally merged with everything. And so I don't think heaven is a destination. I think it's a way of being. And I think where I go, what you're calling heaven, I'm calling being merged with everything for all of eternity. Like literally completion, literally done, literally being one. So that's where I go when I die. And it's based purely on experience, like from something from like not just one vision, but multiple full on experiences of God. And the experience was both seeing it and was also feeling it, feeling love, feeling peace, feeling compassion, feeling grace, feeling that infinite connection, and then seeing it, but not seeing it with these two eyes, seeing it inside with my third eye, seeing it inside my brain. And it wasn't even seeing it inside my brain. I literally transcended my brain, and I literally was part of everything. And so when I'm speaking from having experienced that on multiple occasions. I would say potentially up to 6 times, and maybe like two of those times being like the most profound of them all.
And what, like, were substances involved in these experiences?
Um, Yes, on 5 of them, and on one of them, there was no substances involved, and that one is included in the 2 of the most profound ones. And in one of the most profound ones was when I had ingested NMDMT via a vaporizer, so in a distillate form. And the other one, the other most profound experience, like the second one, was completely sober. Um, Now I say that, but I had ingested caffeine. I had ingested um, like omega threes, like I had ingested things, and so if I'm on caffeine, like I guess even that one isn't considered sober. Like, yeah, I was on substances on both of them, but a lot of people don't consider like caffeine or an omega 3 supplement or a protein powder or creatine. They don't consider these things substances, but I was on them when I had a profound experience of source, of God, of merging with everything for all of eternity.
So I'm still like really young and reading this, but the more that I read it, like the more convicted I become. Like I don't know what that's about, but I feel it in my being. Um, so if you're watching this, I would just encourage you to read this um, book and start with like Ephesians and John. Um, yeah, it's really, really good stuff. So I also want to invite you. Starting tomorrow, we're doing a Proverbs challenge. Um, and this is going to be going on for 31 days. So, um, yeah, I want to invite you to that. That link will be in the description at the Living Word Masterclass. And so, yeah, I really don't have much more than than what's been shared at the moment.
So is that complete?
Or do you feel complete?
I'm complete.
Yeah, I will. I would again just recommend going to the Off Grid Dream Life this Saturday coming up. The link will be in the description. Make sure you check that out. And I love you, and I'll see you on the next video.
Base.